Again, recording again.
We're sorry, take two. Welcome to the All Elite Murder Theater
Nobody's
podcast.
gonna know that. Nobody's gonna know that. This is gonna be the only upload, and they're gonna be like, "What do you mean, take two?"
Yeah.
Look, we just recorded like 30 minutes of stuff, you guys, and now we're redoing it.
Listen,
But we're shaking it up and doing it differently, so it's spontaneous still.
I like full transparency, so I want everybody to know the trials and tribulations of me today. So here we go. Starting again. Let's
Except
get
we're
into
starting
it.
with something new we didn't do last time.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Week, what'd you say it was, Rafe? 19?
19. This is our 19th episode.
What are we talking about, man? What do you guys want to do? Look, since we had such a snafu there, let's go ahead and do one of this week's games. What do you say?
Oh no.
I would say yes.
I didn't prepare.
All right.
Hello, I am Theodore Covington III, and it's time to play Name That Wrestler! Tammy, you're going to be going first today, so get ready. This wrestler was born in 1997 in California. This wrestler has worked for promotions such as AEW, APW, DDT, PWR, REW, and PWG, and many more. This wrestler has held titles such as the APW Junior Heavyweight Championship, the Iron Man Heavy Metalweight Championship, the REW 24/7 Championship, and this person was also the 2021 AEW Men's Casino Battle Royal winner. This wrestler uses signature moves such as the Snare Trap, the Canadian Destroyer, and the Mushroom Lock. You've got 10 seconds. Let's put 10 seconds on the clock. 10 seconds. Name that wrestler.
Oh my gosh, I am so stressed out right now.
Hurry.
Lance Archer. Ryan Cage. I don't know.
Your 10 seconds are up. What is your answer?
Lance
What's your-
Archer. I know that's wrong. I just feel like I keep saying Lance Archer every week. Oh, I knew it. I knew it.
All right, so no points, Tammy.
All right, Rafe, get ready. It's your turn. Name that wrestler. This wrestler was born in 1983 in Kentucky. This wrestler has worked for promotions such as AEW, the NWA, WWE, WSU, Shine, Shimmer, and more. They've held titles such as the Shimmer Tag Team Championship, the Shine Tag Team Championship, the WSU Spirit Championship, the ARW Bombshell Championship, the CCW Women's Championship, and the HOW Women's Championship as well. The list really goes on for this excellent, talented performer. Finally, this wrestler uses signature moves such as the Critical Confirmation, the Dinner to Go, the Superhero Kick, and the Limit Break. Let's get 10 seconds on the clock. Rafe, name that wrestler.
It's the Kentucky Gentleman, Chuck Taylor. Chucky Taylor. Oh!
Woman, isn't it? It's a female wrestler.
Damn.
All right. So,
Is it Ruby Soho?
Rafe, you had a female. Tammy, you had a male.
Shit.
Tammy, yours is Jungle Boy, Jack Perry.
I knew that one.
Rafe, yours is Leva Bates, the
Oh.
librarian.
Ooh, those were good.
Needless to say, that was fantastic. The game show, that was fantastic. I mean, that's all.
I
know-
felt like I had an opportunity to win big money at that professional display of trivia right there.
You know, when I talked to Theodore and I asked him about this, he was reluctant. And he's like, nobody even listens to or watches that. And I was like, dude, just give it a chance. You know, maybe if it blows up, we'll throw you some money or something like that. And, you know, it worked out. It was good. I'm glad he did really good for those. I appreciated it.
Well, Theodore was great.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Dynamite, baby. CM Punk versus Penta Oscuro. Penta Oscuro. What is Alex Abrahantes is really something, isn't he?
He's a mysterious attendant.
Did you guys notice he's waving his hand during the entrance?
Yes.
Like he's gone like extra levels now.
This is a shining moment in showbiz right now. Why Ray Phoenix is gone.
I hardly would call it a shining moment. What do you guys think of this match?
I thought this was a great match. It was super professional. I love the way that there was all the counters to the moves, and Penta really showed that he can more than hang with CM Punk as far as being a wrestler and an entertainer. And I mean, I liked it. I mean, I thought it was great just because it was a, you know, CM Punk can sell, Penta can sell, and they're both great at their craft. And they had an excellent match. And I thought it was really, really cool. Tammy's
notes. These are in real time. I don't edit them. I can barely read my own handwriting.
This is everybody's favorite segment on the show, though. So you gotta.
Well, but it might not be always. So I just want to put it out there that they're not always going to be good. They're often not going to be.
I promise
And a lot
you,
of times-
probably anybody that listens to or sees this is going to say, you know what? Tammy's notes and the wrestle ratings are the best thing ever.
right.
I promise you that.
I
Nothing
don't want
beats the
anybody
wrestler.
to get their hopes up here, okay? Low expectations for Tammy's notes. All right. So,
All right.
doesn't feel good. I wasn't jazzed. I was jazzed, but I wasn't. I was excited, but they're both good. So who's gonna win? Someone's gonna lose. I don't want to see either one of them lose at this point, but you know. Anyways, okay. Spirit Halloween is several episodes past jumping the shark at this point.
So true.
I had wrote Pete, but it was Penta. Big drama from Penta Pete because he was being so dramatic. And then there's a shout off. There's a shout off with the crowd was split. They were shouting each other. Oh my goodness, 50-50. This is awesome. Then a chop off now. AE-dub. Punk's feeling himself tonight. I miss Ray Phoenix. I'm not sure what the story is here exactly, but two good wrestlers. I'm okay with a faster finish. We both know they're good. CM Punk is really selling the hell out of this knee injury here. I mean, Oscar worthy. Strong finish. Punk wins. Tammy's rating, a very professional wrestle with these two.
Professional wrestle. I like that. It's very accurate. It suits it.
Penta Pete is
Penta Pete is my new favorite thing. I'm pretty sure he's always going to be Penta Pete to me from now on. I don't care what he does. I don't care if Phoenix is with him. Penta Pete and
Penta Pete.
whoever. Whew. That's great.
Penta Pete.
oh.
Oh. You can't teach that kind of
No.
excellent phrasing.
It just
Oh
happened.
my gosh. Okay. Yeah, this was a good match, you guys. I really liked it. And Punk was selling the hell out of that leg injury. He's definitely looking for some straps soon. This was an elevating match, so to speak. You know, Rafe, you have talked about previously all the ranking system and all of that. That's absolutely what happened here. Yeah, I loved it. I have nothing bad to say, really.
No, nothing at all. It moves Punk up for the rating system. That was the reason for the match. It was two professionals performing excellent. And I mean, you can't beat. That was a great match. AEW, period. That's it.
It's a professional wrestle is what
It was a professional wrestle. So then we got into the whole promo with Chris Jericho coming off his private plane with his sports entertainers. And then out of nowhere, Kingston and Proud and Powerful come up and steal Angelo Parker's shoes. Now, I want to touch on Angelo Parker for just a second here. So is what I was thinking. So Tammy could not for the life of her, when they were 2.0, remember who Jeff Parker was. Didn't know it. So now Jeff Parker changes his name to Angelo Parker. So what does Tammy start doing? She starts calling him Jeff.
I told you. I said as soon as she starts learning the names, they change them. And now we're going to be calling them the old names forever. I don't even remember the old names, but I thought Tammy would by now, because every week it was like, what are their names? And Rafe, you were always like,
Jeff Parker, man.
you repeated
I
their
know
names
Matt's
every week.
name.
So now, do you though? Because I don't.
I think Matt is still Matt.
Matt Lee or Matt Menard is now Matt Menard.
It's not Matt Lee anymore, and it's not Jeff anymore.
So she calls him Jeff. It doesn't remember Angela.
Don't forget the cool hand part.
I could not stop it. But regardless,
That's his whole name, Tammy. It's Cool Hand Angelo Parker.
Cool Hand Angelo Parker.
Well, Ray tried to say that was his real name and Jeff was made up. Is that true?
I don't know, maybe.
I don't think so.
And Magic Daddy Christmas, whatever his name is.
Christmas.
Matt Menard.
Wait a minute.
He's got a great name.
Magic Daddy?
Yeah.
Some shit like that. Daddy Magic Daddy
Magic
some
Magic.
bullshit.
Daddy
Okay,
Magic,
I just-
He's like a early 90s rapper now.
We all know he's Squarehead, and that's what his real name is. And we'll always
That's what I was gonna say. He's just
Can't be.
Squarehead Matt.
Jericho called him
Matt
Squarehead.
and Jeff.
Squarehead Matt and Jeff. That's I mean, we've just derailed today.
Okay.
It's like,
Well, I want to say this promo. I don't have fancy stuff like other people that do segments. I just have pen and paper, but it was an A plus 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 plus.
it was great. It was a great
Completely
promo.
entertaining. Was stealing the shoes. You know, they were like fighting on the runway. I don't know. It was all
I
fun.
thought this was beautiful. Kingston hanging out the window. I told you, on site.
Oh my god.
On site.
Yes, dude, it was
Look at that.
precious.
They skirted off for a second. It was beautiful.
It was
Oh
awesome.
no. And when he stole the shoes, I was crying. It was just the best. And then after this, we get into the Red Dragon versus Jurassic Express. I'm going to hold my comments. I want to hear what everybody else has to say about this.
You don't
What
want to
do we
hear what I
want-
have to say about this.
Oh, then we got to start with Chris. We got to start with you, buddy.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say it once again. I am disappointed in Jurassic Express. I'm
Oh.
disappointed in the fact that they still have the titles. This was really clunky through a lot of it, like super clunky. Luchasaurus normally comes in and he cleans house at some point during every match,
Mm-hmm.
but this one was like. There was one time when he got a hot tag and he came in and he was doing his stuff and it was like all sort of late and delayed and kind of, I don't know, I didn't like it. And Jungle Boy's cool, but I don't really see him as a title contender, let alone as a tag team champion. Like he's a great, like smaller wrestler that could have awesome barn burner matches. But that doesn't necessarily mean you should have a title, especially in a tag team, where I feel like they're mismatched at this point. Like I feel like him and Lucha, they don't work well together or something. Something is off with all these matches, and it's match after match after match. If it had only been one or two and then they started to sync up again, I would have been like, oh, no big deal. But I just don't feel like it works. And I honestly, I think Marco's stunt was a huge part of their initial glue, because they would bring him in when it was time for like some funny, weird stuff. And now it feels like one of them is always kind of not as good as they should be. I don't know why, but that's all I have to say about it.
Tammy, how about your notes? You have any notes on this?
Yes. This is just as I was experiencing it. Jungle Boy flips his hair around, but he can back it up with some kicks and flips. Luchasaurus, powerful wrestler with a terrible mask. Red Dragon work together to take down Lucha. Jungle Boy being Jungle Boy, diving around all over the place. I like that Lucha can flip. Lucha is doing the most right now. How did Fish get out of that one? Jungle taking some punishment now. Some interesting shapes. They were making, it was like a display of bodily shapes going on with their moves.
How high were you?
I don't know, but they did. If you go back, you'll see what I mean. Jurassic Express gets it. So, I mean, I guess this only makes sense to me. I put it was a geometric wrestle.
Bob and Fish is going for the
Geometric wrestle?
it was
What the hell is going on?
A good geometric wrestle, a good wrestle. But there were shapes. They were doing these poses where they would be all like form shapes together. I'm telling you, if you go watch, you'll know what I mean. If I can find
This right here, I'm telling you, this needs to be a clip in itself that gets posted somewhere.
They did.
They were
I
making
thought it was
interesting
really
shapes
interesting.
with their bodies, and it was a geometric wrestle. God, I love that. Oh, that's so good, Tammy.
If somebody can go watch it, they'll get it. They'll know what I'm talking
They
about.
will. I'm sure they will. If you go back and watch this again with the intention of looking at shapes, I guarantee they're in there because that doesn't come out of nowhere.
It did not. And it was early in the night, so I wasn't too high, I don't think.
you just
All right.
named the show. That was it.
No, wait, we're not even done. We'll see.
I don't know if you can top that.
It won't make no sense.
I have nothing to say. I'm gonna only thing to say is this.
I'm just being honest, what comes into my brain.
Oh my god, it was great.
That's the best part about it is it's real and it's real time and it's always like because everybody has like weird like bullet point thoughts while they're in real time. So
Right.
to have somebody write them down is perfect.
It's perfect. I can't even top that. I can't even comment on this match. We're just gonna jump right into it. Oh,
Blackpool Combat Club versus Ass Boys promo.
Wait a second. Here's one thing about this match that was interesting that we haven't talked about and not a lot of people have talked about. At the end of that match, who came out? FTR.
FTR.
Mhm.
Yeah, but they
Yeah, we
never
didn't bring
did
that
anything.
up.
But they never did anything with it. And like
That
it was like for 20 seconds, 30 seconds,
Yep.
and then it was gone.
They were just looking at each other in their face.
They were looking at each other, showing them the ROH belts, the triple, and their geometric
right in their
shape-
face.
right in their geometric shaped face that looked like an oval. They said, wait a second, I want that belt, and I'm going to put you into a square rectangle pentagon. Get it?
Oh my gosh, I think this is how I'll start understanding what the moves are.
It's not time for real or fake yet.
Hmm.
All right, moving on.
All right.
Jesus.
Blackpool Combat Club. So
Sorry.
there's this Blackpool Combat Club promo was priceless. I mean,
Yeah.
I was dying. I mean, Moxley is just the best. We can't say A++. He calls them a bunch of goofs. They're a bunch of goofs. And then he goes, it's time to get mean, Wheeler. It's time to get mean, Yuta.
Also, he didn't know who they were.
They didn't know who because I don't know who these
I loved
guys
it. He didn't know who the Gun Club was.
are, but they look like a bunch of goofs.
Kind of like me on this podcast most of the time.
Bunch of goofs. Oh my God. Yeah, that was an interesting promo. I love Regal on this.
Right. He was good on this.
He's
Like,
great.
he was trying to say like how much more excited could I be, but he said how more excited could I be, and I love that. And he's great in promos, and he did some great stuff later on in the night. I love this whole promo.
Yep. So then we jumped into the Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm promo, which I
We
thought
had the same promo last week.
it was the same promo last week, but it was more shit talking from Jamie Hayter, which was
Well,
pretty
it's a match announcement now. Is they're gonna at some what are they? The first one on the tournament now. They're gonna be going against each other.
Yeah.
I honestly thought they were bringing this to the end of the tournament. I thought they were gonna be the two that go head to head at the end. So it threw my whole theory out the window. How do you guys feel about this thing?
But I thought this was going to be a separate match prior to the tournament. Am I wrong?
It is now.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Okay. All right.
This is how I feel.
I
That's
can't
what I
see
was
that.
saying. I don't
We
agree
can't
with it.
see
I
it.
think it sucks.
A++. You like it?
The promo is just a promo, but I'm excited for the match.
I'm excited for the match. It could be something where they're setting up for the ending, like to make it more, like to build it a little bit more if the two end up in the finals. You know what I mean? Possibly.
But they can't end up in the finals now because they're already going to face each other. So one of them is not moving forward. This is not, you know what I mean?
I thought this was an outside match, not part of the brackets.
No, I think it's part of the brackets, if I remember correctly, from
Okay.
Dynamite. I think they had the match graphic come up. I could be wrong, but I thought they said that was one of the final matches. So not the final match, but one of. Tony Khan, that was part of the announcement. It was Tony Khan decided that's going to be one of the final brackets.
Okay. All right. I guess we'll see. I guess I must have misunderstood that. So we'll check that
I
out.
misunderstood it too, probably. We should all go back and watch that segment and try to figure that out because
I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
That's all right.
Yeah, that was the other thing I didn't like about it, was that I thought it was weird that they were like pre-scheduling a match in a tournament that's supposed to just be competitor, winner.
Right.
Like and they're already talking about those two fighting. It goes against what I said. They're like, obviously that's not going to be the final thing now.
Right. Which is kind of lame because that would have been a cool final if it is, you know.
I'm curious what's going to happen to it now. Who's going to win it and who's going to move forward and fight someone else after?
Right. I guess we're going to have to wait and see. That's good. I mean, I like a little mystery with all that. So that's fine with me. So we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, man. So then we get into MJF versus Captain Sean Dean. Who wants to go?
Tammy?
All right. All right. MJF with a sparkling entrance as usual. Captain is ready for battle. I took notice of his battle look. MJF's scarf
He was ready.
stuck in his jacket. It was a funny bit, but it was a ruse. Security's missing a shirt. Wardlow appears disguised as security. Wardlow is demolishing everyone. Finally, security is finally holding him back. Wait, what? MJF tries to what is he doing to the ref? Bribe him. What? What's happening? MJF gets counted out of the ring. Wardlow is happy. MJF trying to fight Bryce? What's happening now? Bryce is not having it. Wardlow is going chaos. MJF better release him. It was all fun. But was that a wrestle? Is my kind of wrestle rating.
Was that a wrestle?
Was that a wrestle?
Was it? Seemed like it was a
was
lot of
some
running around
wrestling.
fighting with others that weren't part of the match.
It was the build for the match between Wardlow and MJF.
It was fantastic. I loved every minute of it. But was it a wrestle? Wrestle is my rating.
No, it was not a wrestle.
It wasn't an actual match that I really saw. So that's my rating.
It really wasn't. I loved MJF in it. I thought he's always the perfect heel. So he really hyped it up. He really did a great job. Wardlow really sold the raging, like he's almost like the Incredible Hulk when people are coming after him. He's just kind of throwing people off. The funniest part is that Captain Sean Dean wins again, which is just such the big slap in the face to MJF to just get him more and more riled up and more pissed off about everything. I thought it was a great setup to wherever they're going with this Wardlow MJF thing. So, and him going after Bryce and just being the nasty, shitty heel that he is, I think he did a great job. I thought it was awesome. Mr. Chris.
Well. So this was kind of predictable, right? But it was still great to see. Is MJF, so he's not undefeated, he's like super defeated this year, right? Does he have any wins? He's got like 3 or 4 losses now, at least 1 from Punk, 2 from Dean at this point due to distractions. Man, he's not doing well this year, guys, as far as rankings go. And the only thing I can think there is he's not going near a title picture anytime soon. So, I mean, when their wins and losses matter, so he can't do anything as far as straps go. So what's next? What is next for MJF? He throws a few segments later in this. He doesn't give the match. Wardlow doesn't get the match he wants. He has to fight somebody else. So, yeah, I don't know. And then it's classic heel work with the wardrobe stuff. Like that's just super like late 70s, early 80s pro wrestling. Like, oh, my zipper. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah. This is perfect stuff for somebody who's definitely not going to like carry a belt anytime in the next few months.
No, I don't. And I don't think that that's the intention. I think this is building the heel, keeping everybody entertained, building up to this match with Wardlow, the rebuilding of the Pinnacle. We're probably going to see some more people come in on the Pinnacle because obviously FTR dropped out of the Pinnacle. Wardlow's not in the Pinnacle. His only loyal guy now is Shawn Spears. And so he's going to try to recruit other people and he's going to try to rebuild the Pinnacle, go against Wardlow. Wardlow's obviously going to get out of the contract at some point. And it's going to be this big build up to it. And it's going to be a fantastic match. So I'm looking forward to it. I like it. I'm in on it. So, but I'm always in on
it's
MJF.
He could eat a popsicle in a little Bo Peep costume on a green screen of a hill. And you'd be like, that's my guy.
Genius.
MJF.
So then we get into Darby Allin in the Coffin match. They did a promo for that for Andrade El Idolo, which is going to be.
Can I just say I hate the fact that they have to use the term coffin match instead of casket match, because casket match sounds super cool, but I'm pretty sure the other company trademarked it or something.
Oh, probably.
So it's like to me, it's always been casket match, and now it's coffin match. It just doesn't sound right. It doesn't feel like rolling off the tongue. It's just not. It's not nice. But I have to say that was a cool vignette, and I'm really looking forward to that.
For sure. And then we get into the House of Black promo. Now, here's my thoughts on this. I love the promo. I thought it was cool, but why are we going after Fuego del Sol?
Yep.
Like, why?
Fuego started that. Fuego asked for that, man. It's his fault.
It just doesn't seem this doesn't make sense to me.
It makes no less sense than the Fuego angle did to begin with.
That's true. Good point.
It's just coming from the other side now. So it still sucks. It just sucks more because it's like, wait a minute, why do you even care? Yeah, I had the same stuff.
I mean, I don't know, Tammy. What's your thoughts? Do you think they're what do you think they're going?
I have no thoughts about it. I have the same thoughts as everybody else.
I'm so confused because the House of Black promos are so cool, man.
It was still a cool vignette.
It was a great.
It was just cool vignette. I just don't. I don't understand the whole Fuego thing, but that's okay.
He's getting all metal over Fuego does that. Fuego del Sol, and I just start cracking up. I'm like, dude, I can't take that seriously. The Alabama luchador is just not mixing with me here. It's just not. And then we get into the Jericho Appreciation Society versus Kingston and Proud and Powerful. Oh, when he came walking in with his shoes around his neck. That was the best. He saw it. That's the first thing I wrote down. Got the shoes.
I figured you did. He's got the shoes.
All right. This was
Tammy?
A match. Go ahead, Tammy. Let's hear these notes. Let's hear
right,
Tammy's notes.
It was definitely a match.
They better win. What?
What'd you say? Sorry, go ahead.
Thump in the shoes. They better win. That was my first note. This match has lots of energy. Tag, Ortiz, tag. Freaking Garcia. Take him out, Eddie. Santana's in. Oh, yeah. Beat Garcia. Beat him. What? Santana did a frog splash. Ooh, Eddie is chopping Garcia. Ortiz jumps on him next. Love seeing Garcia get beat. Then Garcia got it. Ah! My balloon is deflated. Ruined my night. It was a frustrating wrestle.
It was. It was a frustrating wrestle. Rafe, what do you got, man?
I fucking loved it. The fact that Garcia won makes it 10 times better.
I'm gonna go beat Rafe up right now. I'm gonna DDT him for saying that.
That means he is the sports entertainer because you hate him so much.
No, it does not mean that.
His
You
job.
You can't tell me what it means to me, by the way.
Oh, I can.
No, you can't.
Oh,
Okay, people about to see a match go down right now.
it was
Hold
brilliant.
on, that's unsanctioned. It won't count. We need to set a date and at least get 4 weeks for training.
Hey, I think we did wrestle at the back of one of y'all shows one time, didn't we?
We did.
Right?
Yes,
Backstage. we did.
Her and I wrestled. But anyway,
All the band stood around and watched us.
it was perfect. It was perfect. I thought it was great. I don't care what you guys say. It was great. Garcia won. It rubbed it right in all y'all's faces that he beat him. And it was exactly what Jericho was trying to accomplish. The man's a genius, hands down.
Yep.
That's it. That's all I can say. Done. Great match, fun. I love it when Eddie Kingston gets nasty. Love it.
Wait a minute. Did you
Oh.
just hear that Freudian
Oh,
slip? He almost
Garcia.
just said he loved Garcia. He's sleeping on the couch tonight.
Oh, I'm getting me a t-shirt.
Okay, we'll see how this works out for you, buddy.
So this was a great match, right? And then Jericho with the lame gimmick bat swing, like that terrible fake bat and the lame swings he throws him with. I thought it was beautiful. This was like sports entertainment is exactly what this was. It was fucking fantastic. And then 2.0, whatever their group tag team name is now. Is it still 2.0? They just have new individual names, or is it like a new tag team name? I don't know. So they come out. There's a beatdown. Nobody comes out for the save. Nobody. I loved it.
It was great. It was fantastic. Tammy was so pissed off that
Jericho's a fucking genius, man. I told you guys. I told you.
I agree.
that means it works. That means it works.
That doesn't mean I like it or I like him. You're getting things so twisted and confused, Rafe. You really are you just trying to fuck with me?
You were just saying he had a Freudian slip and was in trouble tonight.
He said that he loved Garcia.
I do.
All right.
So then we jumped into the promo with MJF putting the Butcher against Wardlow.
Rafe, that's your boy, man. That seems like a
Butch?
bitch move to me.
It is a bitch move, but that's
Why?
MJF.
Why is this happening?
Because MJF's a bitch, and everybody knows that. It is.
Is he though now? Is he just a punk?
He's
Man,
always
come
been
on,
running.
like
He
no, but
runs for
he
everybody.
always at least you were like, he might win every time. I'm starting to not feel that way about him anymore.
Oh, that's mid.
It's not mid. He's a bitch. He's a punk. He always runs from fights, and when he gets in fights, the big ones, he loses.
Oh,
He's a loser.
Maxwell is not on a great last 7 or 8 months.
Oh, well, it's building. It's building.
It certainly is.
Building.
Lover of Garcia.
That's what ants do with little tiny pieces of shit. They build with it.
That's messed up.
Doesn't mean it's going anywhere. Still a pile of shit when it's done. Okay.
Marina Shafir versus Sky Blue.
Oh, fuck.
There's the.
What happened?
This could have been better, this match. I wish it was a little bit better, but I'll tell you what I did. I'll tell you what I liked about it the most. I like the fact that Shafir was staring down the baddies or whoever was that. And I was shocked to see that.
Why is Red Velvet and Kiera Hogan in there with them?
Because they're
That's what
going
we
to
wanted
be.
to know.
I think
You
there's
think it's going to be a
faction.
faction?
Yes, I do.
You know what? That's actually a cool idea. I like
I
it.
think so,
is.
too.
It
I
is
like
a
that.
cool idea. It's a good faction. They fit in. I was telling Tammy that.
I thought no way that would be a faction, but maybe it will be.
I think it might
That would
be.
be really cool. I mean, come on. That's it, it writes itself.
Yeah.
But this match was a little clunky. I don't think it really showcased how good Marina Shafir is. And I don't know which end that was on. The fact that maybe they just haven't wrestled together a lot. I'm not really 100% sure. Was it a good build up for the Jade thing? I don't think so. I think it would have been nice if she had like maybe one or two more matches and then we get to the Jade match. But it doesn't take away the fact that I think Marina Shafir is a badass. I do believe she should be in the Blackpool Combat Club, which fit in right with those guys. It would be fun if they did that. Doubt they will, but it would be very cool if they did. But I just want to see more of her wrestle. That's all. And I'm good. That's it for me. Tammy, you got notes?
All right, they're pretty short. I just put Marina, love her. She took Sky Blue out. She blew some kisses to the baddies. She's not scared. A decisive wrestle.
A decisive wrestle.
You know, it was pretty clear what was happening, what was going to happen. She went in, she did it, it was done. This was all about her taunting the baddies. That's really what I feel it was about.
Yeah.
Sky Blue was just in the way of those moments. And she just took her out and did what she needed to do to be into that kind of engagement with the baddies.
Chris.
Well, I like Marina Shafir a lot. I don't think the issues in this match had anything to do with Shafir. I think a lot of this had to do with Sky Blue. I really tried to like Sky Blue the first few matches I saw her. I really tried to be like positive about her and her performance and stuff. She's just not, there's something missing with her. She's just not quite there. Shafir, I think, has had a bunch of great matches leading up to this. Sky Blue has had a bunch of great, not so great, but still not terrible matches leading up to this. But there's something off about her as a competitor. She's, especially by herself, it doesn't work for me. And I think Marina Shafir suffered for that. But I do hope that moving forward, it's going to be all right. Otherwise, Shafir is going to be in trouble.
Yeah, it's true. That's not going to put her over if she doesn't have good
No.
matches. And it's just
No.
that would suck. So then we get into the Hook promo, and then Tony Nese approaches him, and then Danhausen, of course, again can't curse Hook. I'm just gonna go okay. I still don't get the Hook thing, but we'll see. Any thoughts on this, guys?
It wasn't bad. It was just a promo, not bad.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm kind of bored with all of it. So
And then we had another promo, which was the Battle of the Belts set up for Sammy and Scorpio Sky. So, and then we get into the next match, which is Hobbs Starks versus Lee and Swerve. Now, the reason I like this match because I didn't know who was going to win it. I really wasn't expecting. I really couldn't say, okay, I can definitely 100% predict who's going to win this match. I thought everybody had cool gear on. That when Swerve went off the chest of Keith Lee off the ropes, went on the ropes, off of Keith Lee's chest and into this crowd, into the side of the ring. That was brilliant. I thought that was great. So that was fun. But yeah, good match. Taz comes out and intervenes, which I thought was pretty funny. And then they stole the victory from Lee and Swerve. Tammy.
All right, let's see what the notes say. I took notice of somebody's gear. I think
Took
Starks
notice.
Yeah, he took notice of Starks had some new gear. Anyways, Ricky Ricky Starks
Rick.
is strutting on top of the ropes. Ricky. I'm like, what does that say? Ricky? Ricks?
I like Rick.
Let's just go with Starks strutting on top of the ropes. I love that. Lots of good wrestlers here. Wow. That move where Swerve jumped off of Keith Lee's chest. I think you just mentioned that. Oh my God. So my favorite moment of the night. Fantastic. These two are together. Starks is going crazy now. Well, let's see what that hometown boy is gonna get the win tonight or not in his hometown. Will he or will he not? Keith Lee and Hobbs, chest to chest. Love it. Why is Taz here? Swerve interrupts a count by flipping on everyone, and Taz grabbed Keith Lee's ankles? Was that what it was? I don't know. I can't even read my own handwriting. So Hobbs can win. Boo. Cheat. Ugh, it was a cheated wrestle, but still really good.
Cheated wrestle.
A cheated wrestle.
But still
like
really
that.
good. But still really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed these two together. I thought they were a lot of fun. I feel like there wasn't a cheat needed. And so like, I think that Hobbs can win stuff on his own. I think it makes you look bad when people help you.
Mm-hmm. Chris.
I actually like this match. It was okay. Did the wrong people win? Yes. I'm so sick of that stupid orange belt. But honestly, it was a pretty good match, and Taz came out. It was like, oh, okay, he's gonna come ringside, and then he did his little interference. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Hobbs could do great on his own. I think Starks could probably do well on his own in the TNT title area. Yeah, it was okay. I wouldn't change the channel, but
Wow.
I think
I don't
Keith
know.
Lee and Swerve are a great tag team together. They work really. I thought they worked great.
It's pretty odd how well they fit together. I
Yeah.
will say that. I like them both separately, but them as a team actually works. And Keith Lee doesn't work on a team with everyone, so I
Yeah,
dig
it
it.
was great.
Yeah, I dug that too, and I'm excited to see a little bit more of this stuff getting kicked up and more of this rivalry going back and forth. It's going to be fun because then you can match them up one-on-ones, and then you can do tags and stuff like that. So it's going to be cool,
Yep.
and they're super entertaining. They're all really good, man. So it's like total entertainment every time you see it.
Yep.
So then after that, we went into the Thunder Rosa promo. And then she stuck the cake in Nyla's face, which I thought was hilarious.
At some point, she said something like, "The joke's on you. I love cake," or something like that.
Yeah.
And I almost passed out from laughter.
Yes.
And she called her a trashy broad in Spanish, which I thought was great.
The whole thing was pretty good. It was way better than their last couple of segments together.
Yeah, it was. That was a good one. That little that really nice way to set up the Battle of the Belts on that. So that was fun. So then we get into this match, Samoa Joe versus Minoru Suzuki, Murder Grandpa. Holy moly. Murder Grandpa is the best, man. Dude, it's just great, dude. The chop fest. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I was in so much pain watching this match. But man, this match was fucking awesome. I loved it. I thought this back and forth, this massive battle, these massive chops, everybody just taking a beating on each other was gold. And then Samoa Joe gets the big muscle buster and pulls back the ROH title, now the television title. Now, I guess there's many ROH titles. I haven't learned them all yet, but this is the television title. And it was cool, man. And then what's his name? Lethal comes out with Sanjay Dutt. I go, oh, it's Dutt. Tammy goes, what's a Dutt? That's Sanjay Dutt.
That's fair.
I wasn't looking at the television at the time, so I didn't know what was going on. Getting a drink or something.
And I didn't catch that basketball player's name, that huge human being that was just throwing people around.
His name is Satnam Singh.
Satnam Singh.
Yeah. He's originally from India. I guess they put him over on commentary as being drafted by the NBA. I don't know all the ins and outs in that. But apparently he's actually been training for about 8 months now.
Okay. Well,
So he's someone.
yeah, he's a giant though. He's huge. I mean,
He's big.
Yeah, so we'll see. He's someone. So were you expecting a different type of surprise from Jay Lethal? Is that why you're like, he's someone? Is that why you're saying it that way?
No, I wasn't expecting the surprise to be anything other than something stupid. When he did the middle finger thing, I thought that was it, and I thought it was hilarious.
Oh,
And that would have worked for me as
Right.
the thing, and then been like, I want that belt.
right.
But yeah, Tammy, why don't you say what you have to say? Because I have one thing I want to say when this is over.
Okay.
Okay. Suzuki versus Samoa Joe. Murder Grandpa versus Samoa Joe. Let's see. Huge amount of chops to start. Everyone's chests are raw. They're going to hurt tomorrow. Love Suzuki. Both great to watch. There's going to be 2 skinless chests by the end of this. A lot of pain in this match. Will Joe do it? Suzuki's pretty good at getting out of stuff and countering. This is anyone's match. Everyone's chests have lost this match. Joe gets it. I don't understand this championship title. Lights out and then a basketball player? I'm confused. Jay is turning heel? What's going on? This Wrestle was a toughly narrow, chest-hurting wrestle.
Toughly
long.
Narrow chest
hurting wrestle.
That might be too long.
Okay. So let's say it's a chest hurting wrestle.
Oh my gosh, I'm worried about them all.
I thought this match was excellent.
It was excellent.
It was.
I thought it was absolutely epic. And Samoa Joe in this style with Suzuki, it was just, there was so much that was good in this. And it had the right flow, it had the right outcome. And then we had this lights out entrance for seemingly a nobody. Nobody's familiar with this person. You do a lights out thing like, oh, it's going to be something huge. And then we get a random guy that nobody recognizes and I have to tell you all about him real fast. That's, no, I'm not down with it. I don't like it. I thought it was a dumb way to end it. They could have done that next week. They could have done the lethal box FU thing and called it a night. It left the show on a bad note for me.
Ooh, even after
confusing.
it was confusing, but even though the match itself was awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah, the match itself was awesome for sure.
And the
match
reason I
was
called it a
fantastic.
tough and narrow because they were so close, neck and neck. They were both super tough. I wasn't sure who was gonna win. I love that.
Yep.
I love that Suzuki was just like every hit after like the first 5, he was like, oh God, all right, let's go. Like, you could tell that shit hurt.
Oh yeah.
Real.
And he was like
He was really upset pretty early on. It was a great match, but man, what a shitty ending.
well, we'll see. It might be a good match afterwards. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Well, rumor is that this was all for the network partners from the upcoming merger and all that stuff. They're trying to get more exposure to their fans in India. So they're trying to bring in that demographic. So this was their kind of shot in the dark at maybe bringing in that more. I didn't understand the whole thing. Apparently Tony Khan was like, I could have definitely done this better, but somebody else said, do a lights out thing, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, you don't really do a lights out for somebody that nobody knows who it is, because then the lights come on and they're confused already, and then they're confused more because it's like, who the fuck is this guy? And why were the lights off? It makes no sense.
Right.
But the match was so good up until that.
Mhm.
So good. Yeah.
So good.
That was definitely a pay-per-view match. All right. So we have another. What were you gonna say?
What were you gonna say?
We got another segment here before we get into Rampage.
We do.
Correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. I'm having some technical difficulties here.
All right, we'll pad for time. We'll let Chris get ready while we talk and discuss how
Can you guys see this?
Oh, yes.
Okay. All right. Hopefully I shared the audio. Let me stop sharing real quick. I'll do that again just to make sure. Share sound. Okay. Are we ready?
We are ready.
All right, folks, time to play another game. This time we're playing real or fake. I'm going to give you the names of 3 professional wrestling moves, and you have to tell me which one is fake. Rafe, you're going to go first this round. Get ready. The wrestling moves are the slingshot catapult, the diving bulldog, or the inverted tiger 440 drop. Again, that is the slingshot catapult, the diving bulldog, or the inverted tiger 440 drop. Let's get 10 seconds on the clock. Real or fake?
The diving bulldog. Oh!
Do I have the same question?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Rafe. The correct answer was inverted tiger 440
Oh,
drop.
I was going to say that. Because the only thing that threw me off was the
Tammy,
fourth.
that means you're up next. Get ready. Poetry in motion. Dropkick overdrive. Double barrel spine shatter. Poetry in motion. Dropkick overdrive. Or double barrel spine shatter. Let's get 10 seconds on the clock. Real or fake?
Double barrel spine shatter.
Congratulations, Tammy. You get a point.
She's cheating. You must have Googled that.
I can't. I don't have time for that.
Tammy gets a point for the week.
Oh, that's messed up. That was great.
Okay, but I have questions for you.
Oh,
You all ready?
Questions for Chris.
First 2 for
Sure, why
Chris,
not?
and then 1 for both of you.
All right.
Okay. I think these will be easy though. And I do have the answers. So, okay, this is for Chris. What job did Hangman do prior to pro wrestling?
I know this.
Don't say anything.
What do you wear, like a sheets or something?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay. He was a teacher.
Who's a teacher?
And yes.
Younger
this
kids too, right? Like very
I don't know if
young.
he taught them to do drywall, but I mean, he was a teacher.
No, I was saying younger kids, like 1st or 2nd grade. What are you talking about with drywall?
Drywall? Where did that come?
I thought sheets, and then I thought sheets and drywall. I don't know.
Sheets is a gas
It's a
station.
gas station.
Oh, wow. Where did we go? Where's this? Holy smokes.
I do not know the age of the children, but in what subject, but I will have that prepared for you to respond soon. Okay.
No, I like that. I feel like
date.
he taught like 1st or 2nd grade or something, but go ahead.
The next is a date. Okay. You ready? The month and year the first Dynamite aired.
I think I know it. Is this just for me?
Yeah.
Yes.
October 2019?
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding. Good job.
Yes.
That was a big deal. I remember that.
Okay, so this one is for both of you. What show has Darby Allin appeared on? It is a reality kind of docu-series style show.
I know this.
Okay.
Shit.
Do you know, Rafe?
Oh, what was it?
Okay. Do you want me to count down some seconds or?
No, because I don't remember specifically what it was, but I've seen it.
You have to, like, it is so memorable.
Shit.
Wait till you hear it, Rafe. Are you ready?
I think I know.
What?
Big Brother.
Okay, no. Sex sent me to the ER.
He was on that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sex sent him or somebody he was with to the ER for real. We're gonna watch it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes,
It
we
has
are.
something to do with bees. Bees.
Hey, can we take a break real quick, you guys?
Sure. It's time for Rampage, baby. Rampage, baby. Boom, 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 boom. We will start off Rampage with Daddy Baby Billy and the Gun Club versus the Blackpool Combat Club. Regal on the commentary. Soon as Yuta comes in, they start chanting his name. That means that Yuta is over, baby. He's getting mean. It's time for Yuta to get mean. So, not a long enough match, but a good match. Still kind of like, I like the fact that Yuta pinned the Daddy Baby Billy, which was pretty cool. So, who wants to go first on this one? Chris or Tammy? Chris?
I don't care. I don't ever care when I go. So doesn't matter to me.
All right. I didn't like this, guys.
Oh.
I did not like this.
Oh, why?
It was too short. It was a big letdown for me. I wanted so much more from this, from the pairings that could be involved. Billy Gunn with Bryan Danielson, Billy Gunn with Jon Moxley, Jon Moxley with Austin. Like, there was all these things that just didn't happen. It was a very short match. There wasn't a lot of great spots in it. Billy Gunn did shine here. I will say that, because Billy Gunn always shines, because he's a bad son of a bitch. Say what you want about the guy. Mr. Ass means business. Yeah, I don't know. It could have been better. Yeah, I don't know.
Uh-oh. Tammy. What do you think?
Can I ask about the ass thing again? What is
Sure.
it? Because he liked women's asses? Is that why he's an ass man?
Oh, I'm not real sure why it was always about the ass. I don't know if he was an ass man because he liked his ass, or it's because everybody else liked his
Because
ass,
he's in
or if
such
he just liked asses in general, or
Yeah.
if he liked a specific type of ass. I'm not sure.
I need more
But he was
information.
Mr. Ass. He was the ass man for many years.
Okay, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this so I can better understand. Okay, but here's my notes.
All
I
right.
sent you guys the picture. Mr. Ass on his trunks, ass man on his trunk. Like, that's just, it doesn't really have to make sense, does it?
No.
It's so stupid. It's great.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
Not my favorite, but you're right, it is so stupid that it gets my attention. Okay,
Not my
so
favorite. Fair enough.
here's my notes, and I'm sure I mentioned it again because I think I don't ever not. Time to get mean, Yuta. Yuta needs to keep up his brutalness. What's his name? Carlton Gunn? The one with the short hair. I know the other one's Colton. He looks like a Colton. Anyway, the
Did
one
you say Carlton? And Colton?
It's
I figured out
Austin.
before it's all over. Yes. Anyway, the one with
I'm
the short
surprised you
hair.
didn't say Austin and Carlton, because that feels like it was more phonetically
I
close.
was trying to reach. I know there's a other guy, a Colton.
Oh, I love
Carlton?
that. If it was Carlton and Colton, it'd be
I
so
was
much
like,
better.
I know his name. I couldn't figure it out while I was doing my notes. So if it all works out though. And then so anyways, I'm trying to give him a compliment, which is why I'm trying to reach for his name. The short hair, he has some fancy moves. That's what I said. And Brian ain't playing though. Papa Gunn is up for it. Round kick chop from Danielson, but Papa back elbowed. Gun clubs give Danielson a run for his money. If we could just get rid of the ass boy's name. Oh, his name's Austin. That's what his name is. Okay, he's Austin. Mox taking everyone down. Yeah, this is fun. So far Yuta isn't really adding a whole lot just yet. At this point, I didn't feel like he was being brutal enough. But after Billy clotheslined Danielson and Mox, it was like, super. It's time for Yuta to get mean. Now, Yuta came through. And with a cool looking backflip. A super fun wrestle, but could have been a longer match.
Super fun.
Super fun wrestle.
I thought it was super
See, a
fun.
match
I
and wrestle is
enjoyed it.
maybe the best thing ever, though.
Mhm. Being a super fun wrestle is good. Is that what you said?
No, Super Fun Wrestle's good too, but I think Geometric Wrestle might be the best
Oh,
rating ever.
I just feel like I don't know if anybody on the rest of the planet's ever gonna know what I saw and why I called it that. I might have to go see if I can.
I can't
do
wait to
some-
find out.
Exactly.
What did you think of this, Rafe?
I liked it for what it was. It was the warm up before this giant match that we're having. So it was a way to indoctrinate Yuta into the Blackpool Combat Club in a sense, by putting them up against a higher ranked team, but also have a team with experience. And could it have been longer? Yeah. Could Yuta have been a little bit more brutal? Yeah, but I was entertained.
Let me ask you guys this. At any point, did you feel like Mox and Danielson together felt a little bit goofy? The way they were acting in the ring.
There was some stuff, maybe a little bit when they were both outside the ring and Yuta was wrestling and they were kind of like interacting
I
with each
specifically
other.
remember a moment where they were about to do a rope thing together. It was like a combo thing.
Mhm.
They were going to go hit the ropes and then something, and maybe they did a dive or something after that. But they kind of like took way too long to look around, and Mox sort of did something with his fist and was like looking at it. There was like a very long pause.
I know what
And
you're
it
talking
just
about.
felt a little corny.
I know what you're talking about, but I think they were waiting for Billy Gunn to get up.
It was something like that.
He
Yeah.
did the double clothesline on both of them and took them
Yeah.
out. So
Yeah.
I think that they mistimed that and that they had to wait for Billy Gunn to get himself into the ring and get up to do the clothesline. Because I think, that's what I think.
Yeah, that stood out to me just because I think that's the only time I've ever seen any of them and been like, that's kind of goofy. What do you, their
Right.
faces, something about it.
Well, that's probably what it was, is what I'm thinking. So,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
yeah. So are we done with that?
Yeah, now we got to talk about the fucking butcher match.
Oh, the squash match with Spears on commentary, and he just power bombs with the pin, and it was over and done with against this guy named 50 Caliber. I didn't even catch the guy's name, really.
Well, it was on his ass. Just so you
See?
knew.
See? That's where they do them.
Yep,
On his ass.
it was.
It's on his ass.
That's how I knew who he was.
I mean,
That's another reason. What I was saying is that's another reason the Mr. Ass thing is funny.
Oh,
'Cause
right.
It's always in that spot.
It's
Yeah.
on his ass.
Anyway, go ahead.
This was your typical squash match, setting up the whole Wardlow match. That's really what it was. Just to display that Butcher's got as much power as Wardlow has, and that it's going to be an even match because they're both equally as big. I mean, they're two massive guys. So, but that's what I think that was. And was it impressive? I mean, it was the squash match to set up everything else. So I wasn't expecting too much out of it, So it didn't disappoint me, but it didn't thrill me either. So that's really how I felt.
Tammy.
If I blinked, I could have missed this whole thing. I mean, it did nothing for me. It was a squash wrestle, and that's all that I have to say about it.
Yeah. I think this time should have just went to the first match. They could have given that first match a little more time, but whatever.
Yep. And then we
If
press
you have
on.
a random question though, that doesn't have to do with anybody here that we're talking about.
Okay.
I just have to ask it because I wrote it down that night on my notes. What happened to Knife Pervert?
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's contracted elsewhere and busy doing other stuff.
He's not contracted with AEW. Okay. Anyway,
There's word says he might do some more appearances, but it's not as much of a permanent thing as a lot of people
Okay.
thought in the beginning.
all right.
Mhm.
Just curious. We can move on to the next match or promo.
And then we got into the Dustin promo that he's challenging CM Punk in Pittsburgh. I think that's cool. I don't know if this is a rankings thing or it's just a dream match thing or it's like
He said it was a dream match.
it's a dream match. Okay, yeah, that's okay. So yeah, cool. I'm excited. I think Dustin Rose is he's fucking awesome, man. So it's gonna be really cool to watch these two veterans go at it and have a good match. So hopefully it doesn't disappoint. And
Yeah.
then anybody else have thoughts on that at all?
No.
All right. So then we had
No, I'm
Ruby.
1,000,000% here for that. As long as they do it right, it'll be great.
It will be great. I think it's going to be great. And so power, let's do it, man. I'm ready. I'm ready for next week. So then we got Ruby versus Robin Renegade. Ruby was looking smooth.
And Charlotte.
Yeah, yeah. I come to find out that we do. Charlotte's jumping in the ring too. Ruby was looking smooth and she was looking very aggressive, so I liked it. The fish hooks thing by Robin was very funny. Like gave her the fish hooks, pulling her in her face. I thought that was pretty funny. And then Robin was really good at talking some shit. And then the drop suplex by Ruby was really cool. I thought that was a good move by her. And all of a sudden there's the switcheroo and the sister steps in, but Ruby still wins. I thought it was a better, it's to me, this has been the better of these qualifying matches, I think. I think it was a little, the twist with the twins coming in and out was a cool twist to it, proving that doesn't matter. Ruby's going to beat both of them because that's how good she is. And I thought it was a little bit better than the last couple of qualifying matches, to be perfectly honest. In my opinion, I thought it was. I might be biased though. But so anybody else?
Tammy, you got notes on this one?
I do. I took notice of the yellow houndstooth print Ruby is wearing, just a side note. And my notes are Ruby's full of energy and Renegade is trying to match it. I like these two. Ruby's getting her face stretched and kicked. That's right, Robin. Be brutal. Ruby going to be A-okay with it. Robin is showcasing her skills and Ruby is enjoying herself. Uh-oh, twin switch. Not thrilled with this. Robin was doing good on her own. Come on, Ruby, finish them. Shoo, she did it. It's a pretty fun double take wrestle.
Double take wrestle.
Yeah, that was actually a great match. It was really fun to watch. There was a lot going on. There was never any like slow spots or kind of boring bits. The thing with the twins, they've been doing this for a couple of weeks now, like on the dark shows, and it's sort of been like, okay, yeah, it's good, it's not. Last week or this past week, there was a moment where they went to do the switch and they like hit their heads together. That was pretty funny. If they hadn't already done it a few times, I would have enjoyed this more, I think. So for a lot of people that haven't been watching Dark and stuff, that might be a nice thing for them. Ruby was always going to win this one from the beginning. But I think, unfortunately, as much as they're using the Renegade twins, I think this kind of, it doesn't do much for these two. The fact that, there's two of them, you get a fresh person in the middle of a match and you still can't beat one person. It doesn't look good for them. And they're like workhorses for the company. So yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. Obviously Ruby has to move on because it's Ruby Soho, but yeah, what are you doing with the twins?
Well, I think the twins will come around again. And I think this is a good way of Tony Khan introducing these other ladies that have been workhorses for him and putting them on television, like actual big time television. So I think no matter what, I think it's good for them. Like when we saw Willow, when we saw the Renegade twins. And so I think it's a good thing. So I'm hoping that this really pushes momentum in the women's division and gets a lot of those ladies that are good, very good wrestlers and have been working for AEW for a while on television a lot more and going against the bigger matches. So I'm psyched about it. So, yeah. And then that's all I got to say. Then we got, y'all just paused. We're like, okay.
You know what's coming next to discuss. We got to save our energy for that one.
Goodness.
I got 2 pages of notes and I'm not even sure if I can read them, but.
Uh-oh. So classic. That's my word I can use for this match. Classic. This really showcases just how much Adam Page is a champion. when he goes against Adam Cole like this, because Adam Cole is not a slouch. And he's great at what he does, and he's got great moves, and he's been doing this forever. But there's just, and like Tammy was discussing it, we were discussing it after the match, just Hangman just got this thing about him, man, that just makes him the champion. And it just, he's a great champ.
Something special about him.
There's
Yeah.
something special. Like she said it. Tammy
There
said
is.
it. She's like, there's something special about him that just makes him that champion that's just so believable, so in the zone on him. And it was just a great match. When he smashed that beer he grabbed that dude's beer in the audience, smacked it on Cole's head, and then drank the rest of it. That was like cinema gold right there. It really was.
See, and I remember texting you guys at that point, like, I love beer chugging Adam Page
Really?
so much.
Oh,
That's like one of the better parts of his gimmick, and they haven't done the whole I'm an alcoholic vibe for a while.
right.
But it makes his character so much more interesting.
So, all right. So Tammy, you want to hit your notes?
You really want my long ass notes right now?
I mean,
Yep.
you can abbreviate
Yep.
them. You can do it.
I want him. He wants him. Everybody wants him.
The
All
audience
right.
wants
Hopefully I can read them to you because these are not done well. I try to make time to rewrite them, but I just can't bring myself to ever look at them again before the podcast, really.
Don't ever rewrite them. Just
Well, I'm just trying to see if I can make sure I can read the words on the paper. They're so bad. You can't see it. I don't know why I don't know. That's weird. Anyways, into the notes. Okay. This is Hangman versus Cole, Texas Death Match, knockout or submission. Hangman cracks me up. He's so endearing. Throwing chairs already? Okay, let's do this, tough guys. I feel like getting into a fight myself right now. Chairs annoy me though. How about a toaster? Some Texas barbecue for a Texas death match. Throw a rib. Adam Cole is great and fun, but I'm emotionally tied to Hangman winning. Ooh, loved Hangman punching Cole into the crowd and drinking a beer after smashing it on Cole's head. I think I did that once to somebody, and Rafe was there to witness it. Oh, ooh, flip, cowboy, flip. Cole is taking a beating. Will he cheat? Cole is struggling. Table time. Cole coming back. Now a chain's involved. Hangman's tough. But he'll be all right. Oh, ow, my back is hurting watching this. Hangman ain't going out that easy. Nope, that's not it. I don't understand headbutts. Holy schmoly, brutal landing for Cole. Finish him, Hangman. Cole, not your time today, not your time. Kicks flying around. Love this. Cowboys got this buckshot lariat. Wait, barbed wire in a chair? Beat him. Stop pausing. No, I don't understand. Hangman, get it together. You're giving Cole some room. Oh, that's an interesting leap through a table. Adam looks like Jesus with a crown of thorns. It was a great Easter wrestle. Actually, I put Easter glory wrestle.
Easter glory wrestle. Wow.
When you said throw a rib, some Texas barbecue. That was cool.
I immediately wish there was a thing as like a Texas barbecue match.
Ooh.
That needs to be a thing yesterday, where there's just a bunch of random stuff around the ring, like a buffet, but they just have a giant food fight.
Yeah, a brisket. Some sauce. Some tongs that you grill with.
Oh, forget all the steel chairs and tables. Let's go with food. Oh my God, I want to see
cornbread in the pan.
Oh
yes,
my gosh.
cornbread in the pan. AEW, Tony Khan, you heard it here. Texas barbecue match yesterday. Please. Please.
I mean, that
Mac and
was
cheese bombs. Oh,
I just put him through the baked beans. I can hear JR
Oh
right
my
now.
God, I can see the beans all over their head now.
When you got JR's barbecue sauce all over you, you can't see. It's in your eyes.
It could be sponsored by JR's Barbecue.
I told you, it's seven spices
And
in
a
there.
special Texas barbecue food fight. Exclusively using.
It's my 7 spices in the barbecue's getting in his eyes. It's stinging his eyes. That's what we're seeing
Oh,
here, Excalibur.
This shit is all off the rails tonight, you guys. Oh God.
Do we have
I need that Texas barbecue match yesterday.
I mean, I don't
Like,
understand.
20 years ago, I could have watched 30 of those by now, and it would never be enough. Oh my God. Okay. Throw a rib.
Throw a rib. I don't have anything else to say about that. That was pure, that summed it up. Genius. That was genius. All your notes. Terry.
So I don't know if you guys noticed the subtle little crown of barbed wire that Adam Cole had on his head.
That's why I
Once
called
Paige took it off his arm. Come on, man. Come on. A lot of people are talking about that like it's a thing, and I don't like it. I don't want that in my wrestling. I just want the barbed wire and
Come
blood.
on, people. It's not about that, though.
It was a good time, though. It was certainly a good time. It was a little bit too short still. I think that was definitely like a Dynamite or a pay-per-view match.
Yeah.
That was a half an hour. It was a half an hour of the show.
We're talking about somebody. Adam Page already did the 1 hour draw. He did the super long match with Adam Cole already. This could have been longer and more drawn out and more dramatic, but for what we got, it was pretty fantastic.
It was fantastic, man. It was a fantastic match. So, I mean, that's all there is to say.
I would have called this a very holy wrestle.
A very holy wrestle.
Very holy.
It was beautiful.
It was, for sure. So that about wraps it up here at the All Elite Murder Theater podcast for Dynamite.
Man, what is
Matches.
happening tonight on Battle of the Belts, you guys?
We got a lot of stuff going on. You got Nyla and Thunder. You've got the ROH match with what's his name? The guy with the chicks, his chickens. He brings his chickens. Dalton.
Oh yeah, the bizarre chicken guy. I'm here for that.
Dalton, right? And then we have the Sammy Guevara and Scorpio Sky match, right? And what's the other one? There's that one.
That's it. I think that's been announced.
Thunder Rosa and Nyla Rose. Then we've got the Scorpio Sky and Sammy Guevara. Then we've got
And
the
ROH one.
the ROH match so far.
I'm pretty sure that's all that's been recorded as what's happening.
Well, we're gonna have a special episode of Battle of the Belts coming up, but that's gonna be coming up later. So we're gonna check that out. And so yeah, we're looking forward to it. Should be fun. So
All right, I have an online exclusive.
Ooh.
If you watch this podcast on YouTube, or if you're listening, you'll at least get to hear the new theme for the new show that's going to be starting this week. It's called Total Darkness. It features me and my very good friend Craig. I don't know if you guys have seen the promo for it yet. We're both super excited about this, despite what he would tell you. So real quick, here is
the promo.
Here is the me standing and not playing anything for a minute.
Well, we can
That's
all
okay.
just appreciate your background.
Craig messaged me and he was like, "Hey man, at least show them that intro I made." So I was like, "Okay, cool, dude. I will play them the fucking video intro." That's all we got, because there was a lot of shit happening this week. There was technical difficulties. There was a bunch of bullshit. We didn't actually get to do our show, so we're doing it next week. He's super pissed about that too. Don't even get me started. Anyway, here's the official intro for Total Darkness.
Nice. We look
Awesome.
forward to
So, like
that.
I said, first episode of that should be out this week, probably Wednesday, maybe Thursday. Pay attention.
We
That's all
will.
I can say. Craig is super excited, man. He can't wait to talk to people. He's kind of a dick, but he's also very vocal about his opinions. So it's nice to have an honest source of information, you know?
I look
All
forward
right.
to hearing what you have to say.
Absolutely. So that wraps it up here at the All Elite Murder Theater podcast. Thank you everybody for checking us out. Check us out on Twitter. Chime in with us, hit us up, let us know what you like, what you don't like. And we are probably going to have some guests on coming pretty soon. I got a buddy of mine that wants to come on and talk. He's into wrestling. He's been an old school wrestling fan for a very long time. So I'm excited about that. And he's very excited about coming on with us. So that should be pretty cool. So we got a lot of things coming around the bend. So until next time, you all have a great night. And always
Next time is tomorrow.
next time is tomorrow. So enjoy
We'll
your
see
night
you guys tomorrow.
tomorrow.
We love you tomorrow. You're only a day away.